The following podcast may be explicit. onejoeyoung presents Adventures from the Shed, a tabletop RPG podcast. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com.
Yes, you can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com. And we are here with Randy playing air guitar with a real pick. Oh my, that doesn't happen often.
That's not complete air guitar then. I don't know how that works.
That's a good point. But you can still find us online. adventuresfromtheshed.com, Facebook. Even though we don't interact a lot on Twitter, we do tweet a new episode every time we put one out. So go ahead and check
Twitter
us out
account
there. Yeah, well, I've been posting it for years now on Twitter. I just don't follow it, right? Yeah. I mean, not in the technical term follow, but yeah. Excuse me, but the each episode is tweeted. So if that's how you like to get your notifications, go there. Find us on any one of the podcast places that you get podcasts. Speaking of, if you know of a place that you'd want to use that we're not on, let us know, adventuresfromtheshed@gmail.com, and I can get that fixed. We're continuing our one-shot Dungeon World campaign with these two fine gentlemen here. And in addition to those two fine gentlemen, we'll have these two introduce themselves.
Hey, it's Chris. I'm playing the Sandman. Sandy for short. Anybody want a drink?
Sandy.
And speaking of people that aren't fine, I'm Randy, and I play August Liscott.
Hey, August.
Not Miles.
August and Mr. Sandman.
Mr. Sandman.
Sing me a tune. What are we doing with picking up from the last episode? Somebody want to tell me where we were?
We just fought 5 cultists, and we ended up killing all of them, right? We didn't let any live. I know. We're thinking about it.
After knocking a couple people out and tying their shoestrings together. Let's not forget about that.
Well, I mean, that's not where we left off.
That did happen. That was just earlier in the episode, right?
Yeah, you gotta have the
we
flair.
Had Dopey's wife, Claptrap, and the other guy, Sneezy. Sneezy was he was getting beat
Sneezy.
up. And the pummeling did not do anything for his nasal passages.
No. He's just spraying a fine red mist now, which is.
He's like Rudolph. We can find him easier. He could lead the way.
He's like losing a hit point every 3 feet, so he'll be dead soon.
He's just about done. Poor feller. Bleeding out through sneezes.
Not good. Not good at all.
Death by a million sneezes.
So after about an hour's trek north from outside of town, you found yourself past some thick area of pine trees, and in between a couple of trees up ahead of you, there are actually some bits of cloth and what looks like a makeshift entrance to something behind there. Now, last episode, it said the end of the episode on it. That kind of faded away, and now it just looks like some...
Oh, this is dusty. Let's find out what it really says.
Yeah, now it's going...
Light, the shadows and the light playing tricks on our eyes.
But it's made out of a couple of different shades of deep purple, and it's like I said, it's almost like a canopy entrance to something behind it, but it's all just dark back there, and you can't quite see.
Joe, I fireball the shed.
I can't remember. Did I say we wanted to take the robes so we could kind of be in disguise? I can't remember if I said that.
You took the robes and you took 3 daggers.
And then Claptrap wanted more for their children.
Oh, that's right. The purple shoes.
Yeah. We took all the extras.
You got to clothe the children, you know.
Yeah, of course. It's for the children. Okay.
Won't somebody please think of the children?
Take it easy, Claptrap. I remember her real name. Dopey's wife.
I hope we don't encounter any stairs.
So is there any other way around this? Is this kind of like, are we forced into this passageway here? Or can we kind of recon the area? Also, do we hear any noises? Do we hear any, like camp kind of noises? Fire burning, people chit-chatting?
No.
Okay.
I mean, as a straightforward answer to a straightforward question, no, you don't hear anything that sounds like a camp of people.
All right. Was there any sign of animals in this area? It was kind of, or is it like almost like zero sign of animals? Like you're kind of,
especially from August's perspective, normal forest.
August sees, please.
Yeah. The whatever you would expect in this area, the maybe a typical squirrel here and there, birds that are expected in the area, nothing out of the ordinary when it comes to wildlife.
Why do birds suddenly appear
every time?
I'd like to take a look around then.
Okay. Let's do a discern realities roll.
Discern realities is wisdom, which I get a +1. Sweet.
Nice.
All right, come on.
Nice.
Oh, that is a 5. That is a 5er. That's a 4 + 1. 5.
4 + 1. Are you rolling Randy's little dice?
No, I'm using the dice bag off of like one of the websites.
So this came right out of your bag. Nice.
Yeah. Using the D20 dice bag.
So Mr. Sandman goes off to the left side, and as he's kind of scouting the area a little, he steps sequentially on one stick that snaps, and as he jumps away from that stick onto another one that snaps, and it's just a bunch of noise all of a sudden. And right after that, you hear some shouting from down that dark passage.
If there was a recording device, I would be laughing recording you right now.
It's a trap.
Here, hold my beer. I'm going to go look around.
Yeah, I got to stop drinking this oil of mine too much.
Some cultist went, oh, snap.
Oh, snap, snap. Whoa. So?
I guess the jig is up on that. Let's just, we're wearing the ropes. We can get in, right?
Did you forget your key, brethren?
I'm going to hide out here.
I think you should, honey. And Sneezy, you should not go in because you can't stop yourself from sneezing.
Yes, we might draw attention if we all go in. So we should probably go to small groups.
All right, so.
Well, Mrs. Dopey and Sneezy are going to hide back away from the spot where some other trees are. And just kind of hope that you guys don't die.
Yeah, they could tell stories of our epic death.
Your heroism.
Yes. Let's just go in then.
Or heroinism.
What's funny is you had these nice black robes and you just threw brighter ones on top of you.
It's a nice deep purple, though.
Yeah.
It's kind of like...
I wasn't trying to sneak around to sneak in. I was looking for other ways in or other ways out for later.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Chris in the video. He's got the black shirt on, but he's got this purple around him. It's not that bad.
This is true.
So, so what's your approach? Because you've been found out, and it sounds like people are approaching your way.
Yeah, we'll just walk in like we're normally walking. Returning back to base camp. Yeah.
Nice.
Come back to base camp.
We're going to call that acting in spite of an imminent threat. So that would be a defy danger. How are y'all going to go about this? You can work together and give me one roll with an aid.
I guess I could aid him since he was taking the lead.
Because Dopey's just going to kind of copy what you do. You are the seasoned adventurers. He's, local town guard that can do a little bit of carpentry.
I told you not to take a leak over there.
I had to go, man. I've been drinking all this oil.
It's okay, guys. He was just going to the bathroom. Leave him.
He pees in a rainbow like a pigeon's neck.
So you want me to roll?
How you guys want to do it? Between the two of you, somebody's going to give me the main role of a defy danger with something, and the other is just going to try and aid them.
Yeah, I'm trying to aid. So I was just trying to play it off like he was just, going to the bathroom over there near the trees or whatever. That's why the twigs are snapping.
I want to just say I want to pretend we're wounded because obviously our robes are probably bloodied up already because we killed people. So I just want to pretend we were attacked. We were attacked by townsfolk and luckily made our way back. I think the townsfolk are onto us.
Okay, so if you're shouting about being injured or whatever back to those guys, then I'm just going to be like, yeah, he's having a trouble standing up.
So is that with quick thinking right there?
Yep, that's what I'm using.
Let's go with intelligence then.
All right, I got a +1 on this. Randy, give me
you
some
want to
aid.
roll your aid?
Yeah, I'll roll
see if I get a +2 going. That would be nice.
Definitely help.
Stay guys.
That's
We are perfectly fine. We do not hurt whatsoever. I mean, what am I saying? We are in disguise. I mean,
you don't get any negative to it, but we're going to see what happens with you.
Yeah, I was going to say
technically, Randy has a failure. He failed to aid you, but that doesn't mean he did anything per se.
Right.
That was the curse of little dice telling me I should have used them. So I'll give them a shot the rest of the night.
I got a 7.
All right, a 7 to 9.
Yeah, not great. Although I'm injured, I don't know what I'm thinking.
There you go. All right, so there, just as you are entering the canopy, the passageway forward, 3 guys in the same robes, the full robes, come towards you, and they speak all together, like at the same time. And where have you been?
Man, nice harmonies, guys. I kind of crumple to my knees, like, oh, like I'm holding my guts together. Oh,
I think we're in an Imogen heap of trouble.
Well
no one gets that reference?
No, I got it. That was well said.
I didn't get it, so that didn't help me. Sorry.
Your appearance is unacceptable.
The townsfolk almost killed all of us.
Their guards rallied.
Are they dead?
Yes, but there are more in the wood.
Finish them before you come back.
Come help us. I don't think we can make it.
You will leave now.
Do we see anybody else, or just these 3?
They kind of pivot and start walking back.
All right,
just 3 that you can see.
Back
turn their back, huh?
And thanks for playing.
And stab them.
And I wish I got dex bonuses on backstab. It's melee only. Damn it.
All right, well, let's see what happens here.
All right, so actually, I want to use one of their daggers with whatever crazy poison's on it, so we'll see how that works out. 7.
Well, it's iocane powder. They've developed an immunity over the last 2 millennia.
7, so yes, but not so much for me.
You're going with a backstab here.
Correct.
Yes. So that means on a 7 and 9, you just choose one out of those 4 things. If you wouldn't mind, Chris, go ahead and read backstabs. First time we've used it.
Has it? No, we've used it before. I think I just picked the damage the last time on it.
Did you? I don't remember using it.
Let me get to the it's easier.
All right.
Oh my God, where's the sheet?
But Chris, that's murder, not murder. Not in a Dungeon World game.
When you attack a surprised or defenseless enemy with a melee weapon, you can choose to deal your damage or roll plus dex on a 10 plus. Choose 2 on a 7-9. Choose 1. I got a 7. So I want to toss in. I create an advantage. Oh, I will create an advantage on this one. +1 forward to an ally. So I'll get an advantage for Randy.
Okay.
But I get to do my normal damage, correct? Yes. Or no, it's deal your damage or. It's deal damage or, right?
An advantage is just a +1 on my next roll? Or
right.
Okay.
Right. You deal your damage or roll plus dex, right? So essentially what you're doing is exposing him or, going up behind him and pull a shirt over his head or something. Right? You're doing something that doesn't necessarily hurt them.
I'm like sticking the knife into his cloak so he's pinned to the ground. He can't walk forward. He starts to fall back.
Okay. And as you do that, there's just like the sound of them plus other sounds coming down the hall that it just starts saying alarm, alarm.
Ooh, what you say?
The next action is going to be up to you, Mr. August Lescott.
Yeah, he was taking the opportunity to fire an arrow into the back of one of them at the same time as saying, "Go doggy."
Go doggy. Is this just going to be a straight up volley, or are you going to try and call your shot?
I'm going to do a call shot by aiming for the middle of the spine, middle of the back.
Well, technically, with a called shot, they have you pick head, arms, or legs. But
Oh, okay.
if you just want to shoot him in the spine, that could be a regular volley.
Then head, and I roll a 10.
All right, on a 10 plus.
Which is 10 plus because I also have the
heck was that?
That was my phone. I need to silence that. 12 altogether.
That was neat, whatever it was.
It was Homer. I get a Simpsons app on here.
Ah. So you shoot him, and you hit him in the head, and you're doing your damage. Plus, if you don't kill him, he'll be doing nothing but standing and drooling for a while.
7. Do I add anything to that too, or forget?
Nope. Just straight up damage. Unless there's something in the move you do.
I mean, I set the wolf after him, so I don't know.
That's a good point, right? If your companion, your animal companion, Wolfie.
Change actions to do. Attack the same target. Add ferocity to your damage. So I have a ferocity of 1, so plus 1 as well. So 8.
Okay. So 8 will be enough to take this guy down. So the arrow hits him in the back of the head, and as that happens, like almost in one voice, you hear "Ah!"
That's awesome.
As soon as that happens, the other two kind of stop in their tracks. They have like a heavy sigh. They shiver. And then they stand up taller, as if they've just gained strength.
There can only be one?
Yeah, it looks like the more we kill, the more stronger the last guy's going to be. That means we're going to have to kill them all at the same time.
So the third one turns, and in a fluid movement, a wavy dagger with iridescent green stuff dripping from it comes out of his robe and almost magically appears in his hand, and that dagger immediately flies through the air towards August.
Oh, jeez.
What you gonna do about that dagger?
Isn't there not a dodge, but
that's defying danger.
Defy danger.
That's an imminent threat right there.
Yes, I like to defy danger with acrobatics. Try to quickly move out of the way.
All right, that would be your dexterity.
And roll.
Getting out of the way or acting fast. Roll.
These can't roll snake eyes twice. So let's try the big ones again. 11 plus dex is 13.
Nice.
Hey, so you easily dodge. The dagger flies past you out into the kind of little bit opening clearing that was behind you as you guys were entering.
That was close. How rude.
Yep.
Is Dopey doing anything?
Dopey is kind of shaking, and he's holding up a kind of like a short sword in front of him, and you can actually hear his chainmail kind of clinking underneath as he's just standing there. Kind of
He's like the Tin Man.
Shake. Yes.
Very Tin Man going.
Yeah.
Does the Dopey need a hit?
Why don't you do something about it?
It sounds like just somebody standing there shaking a little coin purse or something, but it's just him.
All right, man. I'm going in for an attack then.
All right. So you've got the guy that you have a +1 to, and then you have the other guy that just threw the dagger.
The guy with the +1.
All right.
Come on. All right, that'll be an 11.
11 is definitely going to hit. Now, is this just a regular hack and slash?
Yeah, this is regular dagger action. Yep.
Okay.
Nothing fancy.
So a 10 plus, you deal your damage, and you avoid him doing anything to you.
6 points of damage.
Okay. Let me do that. So he, you stab him like right in the middle of the torso, and he starts to I don't know, like he's clearly affected and weakening, and you hear from him and the other guy, and from now closer down the hall, you hear the yeah. May have pulled out early.
I like the fact that I might have heard all of them all at the same time. It makes me feel good.
Yar.
Yar. Come on, Dopey. Pull yourself together.
August. What do you want to do?
I wish we stopped by Mr. Duggar's house. I wonder if I have any arrows left of his. I'm gonna look for any special like combustion arrows I may have still had.
Let's go just straight up odd or even. You pick what you want. It's like flipping a coin.
I will say odd that I have one.
Okay. Oh, and I rolled a 3.
I'm glad you rolled and called because I rolled a 6. So I'll go with you.
That works.
You beat me to the punch.
So you have you did find one of the special arrows. Now describe it to me.
Okay, so it looks like a standard arrow, except for the head of it is normally it would come to like a standard point, but this one comes to like kind of a curve on 2 sides, sort of like that. And what it does when it hits, it splits, and then it just shatters. So the rest of it just kind of breaks apart.
Oh, it's just the hollow point
like,
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's full of like this really sensitive gunpowder material. So it just kind of splits like a grenade, like a small grenade in a way.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you shoot IEDs from your bow.
Yeah, I only usually take a couple of them if I'm hunting like things that I'm not going to take back for food, but or to trade. It's usually to stop something like a wild bear, as we discussed before, or something that's like already mangy and already like rabid and nothing.
Let's
worth
see if you
taking
can
back.
put that arrow into this dude. Now you're going to go with the one he stabbed or the one who threw the dagger at you. The one he stabbed, you get a +1 to. The other one, you just attacking.
I think he seems like he has it going pretty well for that guy. I think he'll have him down in the next few seconds. So, scum, you should not have thrown that at me. Take this.
You will not escape.
2 + 2 + 2 is a 6. So I miss, and it fires down the hall. Any chance of somehow hitting one of those guys coming away, or it exploding down there?
In this case, the string on your bow snaps. And that will stop you from using your bow until you have some time to fix it.
Drat,
indeed. And they all say,
ha ha. No, we didn't.
Can we see the? I know we hear voices down the hall. Can we see anybody yet? Or are they still?
I was going to say at this point you start to see more shapes come forward. There are several of them coming out of the darkness, robes as well, and one figure in the middle that is almost shapeless, but definitely a tall humanoid, kind of fluctuating shape. And as they're all kind of walking out of the darkness, you just hear,
"Do not let them leave."
Keep on forgetting to add the wolf to my attacks. I need to do that next time.
Throw the wolf. That sounds good.
Because I get the +1 from ferocity. That would have meant that one a 7 if I would have said it.
Yeah, that is a good one to remember.
Hindsight is 20/20.
So this may be your last chance to act before they try to do something. Now, you still have the 2 guys that you already started messing with, and the ones around this amorphous humanoid blobbish shape are starting to charge towards you.
I'm going to take another swing at the guy that I already hit. Another nice attack. Come on.
Don't stab him.
No, that's going to be a 3. That's no bueno on that one.
No bueno, indeed.
Yeah.
Okay.
No bonuses.
He's wizened up to your moves, apparently.
Yes. Yeah.
And he is able to kind of do a little, Aikido? You use your motion against you and kind of flip you down past him onto the ground where 2 of the other guys just kind of pigpile on you.
All right. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. Now I'm closer to the other group. All part of my plan.
And you know, they're all, as this happens, you hear,
He will not escape, Master.
Dopey, let's get in there.
I think I dropped something outside, and he turns and runs.
Okay, so coward.
And you hear him in the distance. Yes.
Should have brought his wife inside. She would have actually done something.
She would have kicked some ass.
All right, so he's been covered by now 3 people.
2.
2. Okay.
So the guy flipped him to the ground, and then 2 of the others jumped on top of him.
All right, Wolfie, the one on the left, and I'm going to pull out my sword and slash at one of the guys on top of him if it's my turn.
Cyber Wolf of Doom.
3. That's going to be -1 +1, so that's still just a 5. I'm having no luck.
God, man. I get the feeling I know how this one's going to end.
And that's fine.
So, as you get closer, and Wolfie kind of leaps forward. The blob shape-ish thingy kind of moves forward towards Wolfie, and
Hold.
And Wolfie just kind of freezes right there. And you are set upon by 3 of these guys at the same time who quickly grab your arms and hold you still.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, failure usually doesn't mean something good happens.
Yeah. Get back, I say.
They don't get to attack you unless there's an opportunity for it. And, well, you just gave me one. A really good one.
Yeah.
Well, right after Chris gave me a good one, too.
I thought 3 was a magic number.
It's awesome, dude. You're doing something. All right. So they have you, and you hear, because you guys are kind of being muffled, subdued, what have you. So you're probably grunting, groaning, whatever. And they're starting to bind you, and you hear,
Bring them below for the sacrifice.
and you start to
Can
get
we try to defy danger with enduring or by getting it's too late to get power through? Try to like shove off of them or whatever.
I think
Or are we
at
just
this
too-
point, yeah. I mean, you're in an imminent threat. You're just starting to get bound up, and what
so
do
they
you want
haven't.
to do? Describe what you want to do.
Wait, so our hands aren't tied yet, or they're trying?
No, they're
to-
just starting to tie you.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely want to break free.
Yeah, still like the
if they're trying to like
D&D kind of thing. Seconds have passed. You know, it's not a whole lot of time here. From the time you first got into this little exchange, it's probably maybe a minute, maybe.
yeah, as soon as they adjust to like put my hands close, they close in. I'm just gonna start kicking knees in and whatnot, trying to power out of there.
IAATG as an office reference. It's all about the groin.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm trying to kick it whatever I can. So a kneecap, a groin,
Does
whatever.
this sound? I mean, the way you just said that, it sounds like strength.
I would agree.
Probably. I mean,
Let's
not
go
my
with
best
that, then.
role, and I don't think
Defy
my
danger plus
will
strength.
settle.
You might be in a little bit of a panic
All right.
here, and you might not be thinking of how you could dexterously get out of it.
Okay.
I got some ideas.
5 minus 1. I got a 10.
Oh my gosh.
Stop struggling.
I burst free. I mean, I did get a 10, so I had to have at least kicked
Okay.
one of them.
And while that's happening, Chris, Mr. Sandman's going to be trying something as well, I'm sure.
Yeah,
this
I
is
want to
like
try
kind of simultaneous, so I want to see it happening at the same time.
Yeah, so I guess when they're trying to grab and push, I don't want to like necessarily use strength. I kind of want to go with it and kind of redirect. So I'm using more dexterous moves.
Okay.
You know, kind of playing, kind of going with the flow. You know, not fighting against them, but kind of going with them. But trying to squirm my way out though.
Sure, I could buy that.
So we will see.
For a
We
dollar.
shall see. That is a 10. 8 plus 2.
Nice. So between the two of you, kind of simultaneously, as I was saying, you're able to break free of them for the briefest of moments. How do you capitalize on that moment?
I want to run out of here.
We need to move. Move outside and regroup. As long as the group did zoom out of there.
Okay. Let's say because you got the 10 plus, I'm going to let you get the head start. They're moving no faster than you are, but they are attempting to follow you.
Wolfie, let's go.
Wolfie does not move.
Yeah, sorry about your dog, man. Sorry about your dog, mister.
Sorry about your dog, man.
Yeah, I'm like,
Thanks,
like full speed ahead. I'm not trying to even look back, just full blast.
After them, do not let them get away.
August is trying to do something funky.
Yes, master.
I'm just looking at options for
checking out his
stuff,
moves.
so. Yeah.
Options.
Rangers
just-
don't get any spell stuff, do they? In this?
No.
World?
I think there's an option for them to take spells as an advanced move from another class, but maybe it's a druid thing. But
nothing off the start. Yeah, nothing off the start.
Nothing right where we're starting now. With this, as soon as Dopey, Sneezy, and Mrs. Dopey see you guys running, they just start running too, back where they came from. Not even, they heard what was going on, obviously. And when you guys come running out, they're just turning tail and booking. They leave the little dust cloud of their shape in the air, and they're gone.
Oh, look at these cowards.
And I'm like half tempted to trip one up. But I'm not going to be that guy.
As you're running
I'm not going to be that guy.
Look at these cowards. I like
Retreat, run away.
They were cowards not even to go in. At least Dopey went in for 2 seconds, but jeez. That's why we needed some sort of fighter, someone strong, but it didn't pan out that way, unfortunately.
Well, she stayed outside.
Yeah, she probably could have kicked it. She could have took them out. Are they going to be able to catch up or not?
What's your next step?
Are they able to catch up?
Running?
Yeah, I need to go back to town and talk to the mayor.
Okay. They will follow you, but I will give you a chance to outdistance them because there's a chance that they're going to catch you.
Right.
They're running, but it's like they're almost, the way their robes are flowing, it's almost like they're floating at the same time.
Interesting.
It looks like they may catch you.
Can I make this robe float? Can I turn on the float? Where's the float button?
Is there a move for that?
Is there a float button?
I want to float, man.
What do we need to do to try to?
Well, there's a danger that you're about to get caught.
Yeah, defying danger. Yes, I'm just So defy danger with Dex for me.
Yeah, same.
Considering you're running,
nothing else I can really do.
Yeah, it makes sense. Either that, or I can't believe I'm going to say it, and you guys didn't. But maybe you tripped Dopey or Sneezy.
Yeah, see, I said that earlier. I was like, that's.
But you'd have to catch them first because they started running as soon as they saw you.
I'm not that much of a jerk.
Yeah.
Really close though.
All right, I got a 10.
So 7 plus 2 is 9. So.
Yeah, so you guys are able to get away. You do outdistance them, and you figure based on how long, about an hour it took you to get here. If you're running at 3 times the speed, you're going to get back in 20 minutes of running ish.
Yep.
And you'll most likely be out of breath unless either of you train for a 20-minute run.
Yeah, definitely not.
No.
And you'll be out of breath when you reach town. And
August
somewhere behind you is Mr. and Mrs. Dopey and Sneezy, because you outdistance them too. So you're at town. You're back at the town, which, by the way, doesn't have a name. It's just a town, and it's a small one.
All right, that did not go as planned.
Yeah, our help was more of a hindrance, and I don't think the constable's got anybody else on his retainer. Unless he didn't give us his best guys, I don't know. Anything's possible.
He gave you two of his best guys.
Top men.
Yeah. The other 6 are worse.
Yeah. Guys, get some red shirts on. We're going out for a party.
There you go. Body dress in red. So what? I mean, you're back at town.
I want to get some
if they pursued you the whole time, you figure you've got maybe 5 minutes before they show up.
Well, then that's that should make things interesting.
Okay.
I want to talk to
my bow.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Okay.
I'd like to talk
I'm going to
to the
restring, and I'm going to head towards Mr. Duggar.
So just so you know, it's going to take you most of that 5 minutes to fix your bow.
Okay.
I want to talk to the constable.
Fix the bow, and then I'm just going to take aim from that direction while behind a makeshift bean-built tower or something.
I'm going to see if we could go talk to the constable, see what kind of resources he has to make some oil bombs or something, like oil flasks, like Molotov cocktail kind of things,
Okay. Well, let's
Who are any of the towers finished? Sorry.
With him. The one that is closest to being done is actually the one on the opposite side of town, the one all the way to the west. You guys went out the east side, and that one. I mean, there's some wood, small platform, but not much. There's no like wall or anything that's defensible. You can get a higher ground, which of course also helps make you an easier target. But whatever, however you'd want to handle that. I did mention they have some wooden palisades around the town, so you could just get behind a wooden wall, as it were. And there are a couple of spots where they're starting to build up some stone walls. So there, you could try and find a little spot like that too. As far as the constable goes, he tells you that they don't have much in the way of things like that, but you could grab some of the lanterns that are around on the posts and the tree on the streets that they use for lighting, and maybe use those for some kind of
see if I could jury rig something up.
Yeah, they've got plenty of lantern oil and say 4 lanterns that you could grab, within this 5 minute time frame.
That'll work.
Because it's kind of a rush job. Go grab this stuff quick.
Also prepare your men. The cultists are coming.
Well, Sneezy and Dopey are my best guys. You've got them, right?
Well, you're gonna the cultists are coming here, so you might as well get all your men out here and tell the townsfolk to grab whatever weapons they have.
And he goes to the statue at the center of town, and there's a bell that hangs behind the statue, and he starts hitting the bell with a little mallet that's hanging next to it too. And it's just like a ding, 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 ding. Like he's ringing the dinner bell apparently for the cultists.
It's not a cowbell.
No,
we just hear a bunch of doors locking and windows shutting.
Cue Don't Fear the Reaper, because we're all gonna die.
Yeah, and so as the 5 minutes are nearly up, as you're sure the cultists are approaching, you hear the cultists playing music outside of the gate.
Get your beer here.
Red Hots! It's your Red Hots!
Once I rose above the noise and confusion.
So the sheriff's able to grab a couple of guys quick. Others are, at home, and they've got to get dressed and come out. It's going to take them a couple minutes before they can join in. And on the east side, where you were looking to defend, August, you can see coming out of the woods a short distance away, coming over one of the farms that's there, appears to be about 5-6 cultists. At this distance, with their purple robes and the way they flow and all that, it's hard to tell exactly how many, but you can see that they're on their way here. And behind them at the edge of the woods is that figure, and it seems to be staying back at the edge of the woods.
I would say as soon as we get into bow range, I want to start shooting.
All right. Well, let's take a shot
Did
here.
a familiar furry face follow them into the clearing, or did my wolf stay behind?
You don't see Wolfie yet. I'm saying yet because I want to see something happen, something special.
Oh, God.
But yeah, let's have Mr. Sandman launch an arrow that way, because at this point you can at least think to yourself, it's going to travel that far. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hit anything.
Right, yeah, I got you. All right, go for a volley.
Yep.
9er.
A 9? All right.
Yep.
So on a 7 to 9, you get to choose one of those things.
No
matter what you choose, you still deal your damage.
Get -1 this percentage. You have to take several shots, reducing your ammo by 1. I will move to get the shot, so maybe I'll decide to take the unfinished tower to get like that high, better view of the lay of the land.
Sounds good. Roll your
our damage is 1d8. 8 points. Yeah. First time for max damage.
All right. Yeah. So as that arrow comes down, after it reaches at the top of its arc, and it looks, this is one of those where we're going to follow the camera on the entire arrow travel.
It's got a GoPro on it.
It leaves the bow, and you just see it up towards the clouds. And then as it starts coming down, you see the mountains through the mist, and it's coming down. And right as it's starting to point down and keep that angle, you see the bright purple eyes of the cultist staring out from under the hood, and this one stops in his tracks, and when the arrow hits and you hear the thud, the camera goes out and it just turns to black, and you see from where you are just one of the cultists kind of stop and then fall back against the ground.
And then I mark a little notch on the thing, 1
Nice.
on the tower.
And as soon as that happens,
Good shots.
The others that are there kind of halt, they shiver, and then stand up straighter, take a deep breath, and charge forward even faster.
All right.
They will be here in mere moments, August. What are you going to do?
While he's thinking of that,
I think I'll try to do the same.
Okay.
Nice shot, and then
say,
I'll
Chris?
immediately pull out my...
What's the range if, like, for tossing a lantern? How far can we toss one?
I don't know. How far do you think the Sandman could toss a lantern?
Well, I mean, I'm up higher, so I'm thinking I can get it a little bit. I don't want to try to burn the city down. I just want to make sure I'm, clearing.
Yeah,
I know
you
we're on
might
the edge
burn
of
the
town.
farm,
That's fine.
but you ought to be
damage.
able to throw it 50 feet, maybe.
Okay, cool.
I could see that happening.
All right.
And that August is going to shoot an arrow. And as the ranger, of course, he should have a little more control over this thing.
Yes, I also have volley if I need to do
How he
that.
says should have control.
Yeah, I did say should.
Yeah.
I try and keep my options open.
I mean, with the way I'm rolling tonight, I'll be lucky if I don't shoot myself in the foot.
Oh, God, don't say that.
5, 6, 7 plus 2 is 9. So,
Hey,
nice.
Get it.
All right, if you're going with
The
a volley on a
volley
7 to 9, you have to
7 to
choose
9.
one of those.
yeah, I either have to move to get the shot placing you in danger of the GM's choice, take what I can get, which is a 1d6 instead of a 1d8, and then you have to take several shots, reducing your ammo by 1. I think d6 instead.
Well, it's minus 1d6 damage. You still roll your damage, and then
it's
you minus a d6. Now, I will not let it be
weird.
0. For me, it's always going to be at least 1 in this case.
Yeah. So I rolled a 2. So I guess 1.
Yeah, it's going to be 1 damage. So this time, the GoPro falls off the arrow. and the arrow just kind of wavers through the air and glances off the guy's hip.
I told you got to double knock those things, man.
If you hadn't lost the camera,
Normally I'd be in a tree, but I haven't had time to get up there.
So there you go. The others are still charging forward. At this point, they take out different style of dagger. It's not the wavy one with the green stuff dripping. It looks almost like, well, it is a throwing dagger, but it looks like a ceremonial throwing dagger. As it's flying towards the Sandman, you see that the gold is the sun is kind of glinting off the gold in the jewels along the handle of the dagger as it's flying towards you.
Ooh, that looks nice. Maybe I can catch it with my face.
Try it. Let's see what happens.
I mean, negative?
This is definitely a danger that you want to.
Yes, I will.
Well, then again, if you just want to catch it in the face, you can.
Yeah, I want to catch it in my teeth. What's that move? Catch it in your teeth.
That's, I would say that's defy danger with dexterity.
All right, I'm going for it. Let's see how fancy I can get.
It
10.
better be a 10 plus.
10.
Oh, man. All right. So, although it rattles your skull a bit, you are able to capture this dagger in your teeth. You now have a pretty fancy grill.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to add that to the list of treasures. Fancy dagger.
Yeah.
Fancy ceremonial.
Ceremonial throwing dagger. For, ceremonial throwing.
Yes. Okay. And I'm assuming that they're still charging for it. I want to at least try to toss a lantern on at least 2 to 3 guys together if I can.
Yeah. And I want you to do that as another dagger is flying towards you, and I want you to describe to me what you do as you're throwing the lantern, what you try to do to get out of the way of the other dagger.
I'll try to pull I'm lobbing the lantern and pulling like a matrix, bending backwards kind of move. All right, so
let's do another defy danger with that.
All right, defy danger first. 12.
Nice.
All right,
so you are able to avoid the second dagger. The lantern gets off without any kind of hindrance. You do not mess up your throw at all. And it does land and spreads out in 15 feet of flame that starts coming up from the ground. And it's right in front of them. So a couple of them run right into it. Their robes immediately start to flame. There are still 2 others that are charging at August.
Shame about those robes, though.
Whoa, these cultists are on fire.
Burn.
All right,
time to on fire. What's that?
I'm going to do a called shot at one of the ones rushing towards me. I'm going to aim for the head.
In this case, they are not defenseless or surprised. So you have to give me a reason why a called shot would work. Or just shoot them with the
They're not surprised that they're on. They're not surprised that they're on fire. I guess they were heading towards me.
Where did this fire come from?
I guess they didn't have a chance to get out of the way of it. So in a way, they kind of knew they were about to be on fire.
Well, since I'm a bit crippled from my character's animal companion now, I guess I'm just rolling a standard shot straight at this dude. One of them.
You'd probably make Claptrap your animal companion.
Try to tame her. 9 with my dex bonus.
Got a 9.
So 9.
So that's another volley with a 9, which means you have to pick one of those things.
I thought they were close enough to where I didn't have the volley that far away. It just is volley.
Whenever you shoot anything ranged as a regular shot, it is a volley.
Yeah.
A melee attack is a hack and slash. A range attack is a volley. Always.
I guess I'll just reduce my ammo.
Okay. That's a good one because we're playing a one shot right up until it's the last ammo. Then it's not a good choice anymore.
Yeah, well, I picked extra ammo for my supplies, so I think I might be all right for a little
You're
bit.
Definitely fine. So you have 6 down to 5 now.
Okay, I rolled a 5. So
you
5
rolled
damage
a 5? Oh, 5 damage. You're like, I thought you got a 7 to 9. All right. So that arrow hits the guy that you winged already. It slams directly into him, and he kind of falls down to one knee and starts to struggle to get back up. You still have one guy coming at you, and the 2 that are on fire.
Backing up and prepare an arrow.
The two that are on fire are still moving towards where the Sandman is, and they're starting to, well, I guess since they're trying to take their robes off, I guess they're disrobing at you. I hadn't really.
Are they really cultists if they disrobe?
I mean, literally. Good question. And
what kind of party is this?
What kind of party is this? They're just disrobing in the middle of combat. Gosh.
Cultists are weird.
You hear booming from behind them towards where the forest is. You just hear this voice that just says,
Enough.
They're still charging you, though.
Yeah, I'm going to take another
They're
shot
taking their
at
clothes off.
Yeah, I'm going to take a shot at
They're
the
just taking off the flaming robe to try and extinguish themselves. Right.
Yeah, I'm going to take a shot at one of the guys disrobing with the
Just hear dance music while they're doing that.
Everybody disrobe now.
other 12, 5 plus 2.
Oh my god.
I'm too sexy for
I need to
my
use
role.
this instead of the friggin' dice crap for the other thing.
Yes. Well, but it's better if we can see it.
I'll take a picture.
There you go. There you go, Jason.
Damage 1d8. 3 points of damage on that guy, though.
All right. And see, for me, the funniest part is we trust Jason anyway, but he still sends a picture. It's like, that's awesome, dude. Yeah. Especially because he sends the cool pictures. But, all right. Your damage, same kind of deal as with the one that August just hit, where he stumbles and he's still moving forward, but he has to compose himself to keep coming along.
Okay.
So he's paused for a few seconds. The other one that was charging towards August is right in your face now. How do you handle him?
Oh, man.
I was starting to back up, but if he's in my face, I'm not be able to get a bow shot off, so I'm going to have to switch to the sword and try to cut him down. I have the sword kind of strapped to my kind of belt side, so I'm just going to slash it straight out of the sheath, straight up, and hopefully cut across his neck.
You're trying to back up as well, is what you said?
Yeah, I was starting to back up to get a new arrow, but if he's already rushing close enough, then I'm just going to sling over the bow and just pull out the sword from the sheath and slash up. If I can pull that all off real fast.
Sounds like a straight hack and slash. If you're lucky, you get a 10 plus and you avoid his attack.
That would be prime.
Love being -1 on this stuff, I tell you. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8 -1 is 7. So
all right.
I will.
So you do your
take
damage,
a consequence,
but he is able to hit you.
What is is it still 8? It's still, I always do 8, or is that,
yes.
Does it work?
You do what your class does for damage on any time you do damage.
Even if you flick a guy in the face with your pinky.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So thankfully there's no minuses for my sword attack. 6 is my total.
Okay. So you do the 6, and then if you would, roll a d6, and that is the damage you take as he lunges at you with his green, dripping, wavy dagger.
Of course I roll a 6.
And it's dripping with slime.
Of course.
And you feel Gatorade coursing through you.
Oh, you'll be fine then.
You feel your electrolytes being replenished.
Cultists are weird.
Awesome.
But you know that, I mean, other than the idea that it's a green iridescent liquid that has just kind of been forced into your system via knife point, you do feel there's something bad starting to happen to you. You're just not sure what it is yet.
Oh, that did not feel good.
It's just a little bit of Aquafresh or something. You'll be fine.
It's scope.
It could be plutonium, though. I don't know. Maybe you'll start growing arms.
Plutonium scope. You'll clean your breath.
Yeah, clean your right out.
Well, you mutate as well.
You're right
6
out.
feet. I think you got me infected with something.
Yeah, exactly. 6 feet away, mofo. He did not socially distance
Wear a mask.
that attack. The from
a hood
where
is
you
not
heard
a mask.
the voice from the forest, from where that shape is, there's a darkness that just starts to creep forward. It's like the air is just turning black as it creeps towards you.
All right, so do I still have 2 disrobing guys, or is it just one now?
Yeah, the one that fell forward, who is from the look of things, he's probably just going to burn to death. The other guy is still moving towards you and has dropped the robe to the ground, and is patting out a couple of fires as he's kind of jogging. Right. He's pretty much within 10 feet of you now. Given another second, he will be trying to tackle you. So let's see if
I'm up on the makeshift tower, so he's got to climb a little bit. I'm going to go for another volley at him though, since he's not on top of me yet. Right. 8 this time.
That's still another hit.
Yeah, let's see.
What's
damage.
What negative are you going to take?
What I got from
we need to know before the damage in case you choose negative 1d6 damage.
You have to take several shots. I will just have to move to get the shot. I would say I have to go to the edge of the tower because I guess I'm shooting down now because he's almost at the on top. So I'm like on the edge of the tower. Damage is 6 more for that guy.
Oh, all right. He's done. Right. Where does the arrow embed itself?
Right on top of his head, unless he was looking up and in his face.
There you go. It goes right in his nose socket, shattering the cartilage.
Clear you out, buddy. It's fine. Walk it off.
You got to do that for Sneezy. Maybe use one of those exploding arrows on Sneezy.
Oh, yeah. That might work out.
Right in the face. So, August, you are tangling with Mr. Just Stabbed You with a dagger.
Yes, recently stabbed.
And the darkness is still moving forward. And it although it seems like it's creeping, it is filling the sky fast.
All right. Is there a way... trying to think of how to do this. I was behind something when I started walking backwards that I was shooting from. And so he must have ran around to get up to me.
Yeah. They're just charging at you.
I'm just going to... trying to figure out how I can just I don't know. I just slashed him. He slashed me. So
I mean, you're both hurt.
Slash him again because I have no way of getting any distance to get past this guy. So
sure you can. You can just try and get away from him by defying the danger of staying with him.
I'm trying to get back so I can fire an arrow safely without a disadvantage of any sorts.
I don't care if you fire an arrow straight in his face without moving. Doesn't stop anything here. There's no rule against it. There's no what you just mentioned with disadvantage. There's no such thing.
Oh, I guess I'm thinking D&D rules then.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I think even in 5th edition, there's no default rule for melee ranged, as it were.
So I'm going to, after I stabbed him and then got stabbed again, drop the sword with my arm back there, grab an arrow on. Pull down the bow off my shoulder too from that one, and then just fire straight into his face.
I mean, I could see you holding it and just
almost dropped my dice.
Like right down in the side of his neck.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Kind of needed that anyway. So
9 again.
9 total.
Okay. What negative are you going to take for that volley?
Unfortunately, it's not a 10 plus. I'll just dispose of another ammunition because I cannot take another hit.
So that go ahead and roll the damage.
Please, I'm just I probably couldn't do enough if I try to roll as well without. Okay, 7. I was going to say I probably would be just do 1 damage and that would not kill him, and I'd probably get screwed over next without doing that. So I'll take my 7 and.
The arrow embeds itself in the side of his neck. It goes halfway through and then snaps in half. And he just kind of gurgles to death right out of your right. And you fall out of his grasp as he falls backwards as well. And you kind of hear, so the guy on fire, the guy that dropped to a knee, and the guy that just took the arrow in the face. There's just kind of a collective sound, and they're just like starting to just drop off as you guys are withering them away. You are next. The darkness now fills the entire eastern horizon.
Damn.
And what's the lay of the field look like now for bodies?
There are two guys left. One that's, again, just about burned to death. Left to his own, I don't think he's going anywhere. And then there's the guy who had been hit, dropped to one knee, and is just now getting back up.
I will fire an arrow his way.
All right.
See if I can take out the other knee.
There you go. Shoot him in the other knee.
10.
Yes, you can.
Damage is 6.
All right.
Nice.
You finish him off as well. He just as he just gets stood back up, the arrow catches him in the shoulder, spins him, and he falls down. The guy who's on fire kind of stands up like he's Superman, and then his skin kind of bubbles and he falls back down to the ground.
That's going to leave a mark.
I told you were next. Yeah. I didn't say I would do it. I just said you were next.
Eventually, you will burn to death. And
I put another more couple. Put my notches.
I was talking about that guy who was on his knee and then got up.
Oh, that guy too. Yeah, all of them.
Yep.
All of that guy. So the darkness is just reaching the edge of the city now, or the town, and the darkness it blacks out everything it touches. So it's like 15 feet outside of the town wall. You don't see anything but dark.
Right. So the fire is now engulfed by blackness.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's a little bit of smoke still on this side, but yeah, for the most part, the fire is no longer seeable.
And how many people were out there by that giant blob of whatever the figure?
None others. There was the 5 cultists, which you have now accounted for, and the figure. Is there anything you want to try and do about this in the moment you have left of this life?
So
how close is the figure? Is it still?
As far as you know, it's still off at the edge of the woods. It might be right in front of you, but you don't know. You hear someone lightly tapping on your shoulder. You don't feel it, but you hear it. I'm kidding.
Do we hear any movement out in the woods?
And he says, it seems like where the darkness settles, there is no sound as well.
Yeah, jeez. What's the what are the other town folk doing anything, or are they just kind of letting me in August?
Everybody is inside the house, either with the windows shuttered or they're peeking out the windows, trying to see what's going on.
Okay. What happened to the constable? He was ringing the bell.
He is actually laying back behind you on the ground in a pool of blood with no obvious reason why he's dead.
He committed suicide.
That could be.
I am the new town constable. All right.
For the next,
I already got his keys, right?
This town is mine. Yeah, he had his keys, and I think 2 or 3 of those medallions.
Yeah. I'm just going to wait to see if the darkness edges up to the right to town, or
yes,
if we hear anything. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's right in front of you.
Can I reach out and touch it or not? Like where I'm at, I'm still in the tower, like the makeshift tower.
You can.
Does it feel solid, or is it just kind of like this fogginess to it?
Here's where we're going to look at an advanced move. What is August doing while this happens?
So he's you said there's more people coming, or was that pretty much it for his?
It was just the big man.
Yeah, you hear general jitteriness in town behind you, but that's all from people inside shuttering windows and locking doors.
He's just trying to get he's trying to spot the bulbous blob-like dude that apparently followed him to town. So if he can't, then he's just looking around because he has no idea like what the hell's going on with all this darkness and everything.
Okay. So the Sandman reaches out towards the darkness, and the Sandman will now need to use the advanced move of Last Breath. Because you are immediately dying as soon as this happens.
Where is
I'll read it. When you're dying and catch a glimpse of what lies beyond the black gates of death's kingdom, You roll. You don't have any modifier.
Yeah.
When you touch the darkness, you see in front of you a gray landscape, varying shades of gray, perhaps, I don't know, 49, 50 or so. And you see everything that you've ever questioned that you've done laid out before you in almost like a tapestry of deeds that you're in each one you're cast in a poor light, and it looks like a bad way to go.
That's not my tapestry. I always make the right decisions.
In this case, though, you're dying, so we'll see what happens. So you're going to take that last breath.
Yeah. Let's see. Come on.
Come on.
6.
What you got?
6 is no bueno.
Ooh. So August, you see the darkness just pull the Sandman into it, and he is no more.
With the lantern, it drops.
Sandman!
I was going to go for one more.
And the lantern drops, and the darkness immediately covers it and is still headed towards you.
All right. So only Zool. If I'm going down, I'm not going down without a fight. Show yourself, demon.
Attack the darkness. I attack the darkness. Magic missile.
Okay, so where I thought it was standing.
I mean, if you want to say that, that's cool. Go for it.
That's what I'm doing. I'm just going to. Yeah, pretty much. Where it was initially standing or heading, because we knew where it was. We saw it in the distance. So I'm going to take that special arrow out and shoot it towards that direction, or at least where I thought he was. Just
okay.
And it's apparently into some darkness, so we'll see how it goes.
As you shoot the arrow forward, the figure, the shape, comes out of the darkness. The arrow stops right before it, and it reaches for you and says,
"You are mine," and pulls you
into the darkness.
Oh, jeez. No!
Now it's time for you to take your last breath.
Well, I just wasted that 11 roll, so let's... because that's what
see if you wasted it.
Yep. Alrighty. Normally I don't count ones that land on keyboard. Add anything to that, or is it a solid roll?
Solid roll.
Great roll, no modifier.
Okay.
Doesn't care how cool you are.
A star and a 2, so 8. 6 and 2.
Wow. So here's the deal then. As you were pulled into the darkness and you see what lies beyond the black gates of Death's kingdom, what you see is it's a darkness that there's no life. It is all death, decay, bad, negative energy, if you will, the kind of things that, might make a ranger uncomfortable. And Death says to you, if I release you back into the world, you must claim the lives of 5 people of innocence to stay in the world of the living.
I would never do that.
Okay, you're mine. And Death has claimed August Lescott and the Sandman.
Take my final sleep.
And history will note this day as the day the darkness fell over the town. And and it's all your fault.
I kind of wonder who's going to get my flask.
That's a good point.
Somebody has to find my flask later.
Yeah. If you guys don't mind, make a couple of notes for me. Maybe send it in the Facebook Messenger of things that your characters carried that are notable. Because I can pull that into the regular game. But this was cool,
well, if
man.
you like just black robes,
Black
Sandman's
robes.
your guy.
By the way, you find black robes. Yeah, but any mementos or items that you carried that were special? Even the stuff you just picked up, the ceremonial throwing dagger. So,
yeah, I got that. I got the wavy daggers. Got the pile of keys, medallions.
yeah, if you guys could throw me a couple of items that way in Messenger so I can use those when we get together on our next regular game.
Will do.
But in the meantime, we're going to be finishing this one up. It's going to be...
And close.
Oh,
Oh man.
But this episode is going to be coming out or be posted between Christmas and New Year's Eve. So one thing we can say is Happy New Year to everybody.
oh, sweet.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, peoples.
Happy New Year, everybody. You know what? I think I even have a thing. I said.
I got a thing.
Where was that? Oh, yeah, here it is.
Miles can drink to that. He's still alive.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You like one of those? One of those little horns. Oh, that's pretty cool.
And I got fireworks.
An old acquaintance we forgot.
That's cool. I completely forgot I saw those there before. And of course, we just passed
Merry Christmas!
Yeah. So we're going to use that to wrap this one up. And we can say...
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Prequel
Bye,
action.
2020. Damn it.
Yeah, get out of here.
The preceding podcast was brought to you by OneJoeyoung. You can find us
Tranquility
on
was tranquilized.
FromTheShed.com.
Traumatized.
Overdose the darkness.
Yeah.